dear children, this video is in continuation for the second video that I posted. We discussed there about sowing process. I would like to show you the objects, the instruments used for sowing. This is a funnel, traditional seed drill that I was talking about. You can see the true farmers having a funnel shaped structure. In that they are pouring over the seeds, and at the end of the funnel they have a long tube and which is attached with a comb like structure. It has holes at equal distances and that is dug under the ground for sowing the seeds in the field, and it is tied up with the bullock cart. Tractors are also used for this purpose. The next image is for the modern tool for sowing. That's a modification of the previous one. You can see a comb like structure having sharp blades. These blades have holes in them and these sharp blades get dug into the ground and the seeds are poured over from the top so that the seeds are placed at equal distances and at equal depths decided by the tool. Next is the advantages of seed drill. It sows the seeds uniformly at proper distances and depth. Second, it ensures that the seeds get covered by soil after sowing as it is sown deep in the ground. Whereas when we sow the seeds by hands or by broadcasting method, we just scatter them on the field. It doesn't make sure that the seeds are covered by the soil after sowing, whereas this seed drill method ensures that the seeds are covered by the soil after sowing. Third, it prevents damage caused by birds, and fourth, it saves time and labor. Next is the most important topic, manure and fertilizers. It's a process of addition of natural or chemical sources of nutrients for the crop. Now, why is it required? A farmer has only one field, and in that single field he grows a cycle of crops. One crop, then he harvests that, then after that another crop in the same field. Now, the land has limited amount of nutrients. Once a crop is grown, it consumes all the nutrients required for its growth and leave the field unfertile. Unfertile means now the land does not have any nutrients. So by fertile land we mean that the land having all the essential nutrients required for the plant growth. So once the crop has consumed all the nutrients, the land become unfertile. Now for the next cycle of crops, the farmer will have a land that is barren, that is unfertile. Then how the crops will grow on that field if the soil does not have any nutrients? So the farmer adds on manures and fertilizers to it. So manure and fertilizers aid the fertility of soil. Manure is a natural process. We can say it is an organic process, whereas fertilizers are inorganic or artificial or made in the laboratory. So you have studied decomposition by microorganisms. So when the dead parts of plants and animals, they are decomposed by the microorganisms present in the soil, it converts their dead parts to a useful product that is utilized for the plants for their growth. So manure is like a farmyard manure, that is your cattle dung, urine, etc. Next is a compost manure, that is decomposition of microorganisms. When composting is done by earthworms, it will called as vermicomposting. You have studied in 7th class that earthworms are the farmers to the friend because they increase the soil fertility. So earthworms help in decomposition of dead parts of plants and animals. So this decomposition by earthworm is called vermicomposting, and decomposition by bacteria is called bacterial composting. So these are the manures. Manures, as they are natural, they are biodegradable, they are environment friendly, they will not cause any harm to us, but it takes a long time for them to come into action. Whereas fertilizers, as they are made in laboratory, they can be specific, like nitrogen fertilizer, phosphorus fertilizer, magnesium fertilizers. Manures are not specific, they are just made by the decomposition of dead plants and animals, so it will compose all the nutrients and all as a whole. But fertilizers can be specific, as they are made in the laboratories, they are non biodegradable and they are chemicals, so they are harmful to us. That's why we say that before consuming any fruit or vegetable we wash them, so that if the farmer has sprinkled fertilizers for its growth, that fertilizer, that chemical cannot cause any harm to us if we wash it off. So fertilizers are not good for us, they are harmful for us, they are not environment friendly, they cause pollution. Okay, but fertilizers are very fast in action and they are very specific, and we need only small amount of fertilizer as compared to manure. Manure is required in large amount. I will, in the next slide, there are differences between manure and fertilizers. A fertilizer is inorganic, whereas manure is natural. Fertilizers is prepared in factories and manures can be prepared in field. Fertilizers does not provide any humus, whereas manure provide a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients, whereas manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. So both of them, they have their advantages as well as disadvantages. Fertilizers is non-biodegradable, whereas manure is biodegradable. Fertilizer is fast in action, whereas manure is slow in action. So this is all about the first two steps. In my next video, I'll discuss further steps for the crop growth. Okay, if you have any doubt, you are free to ask me. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. Bye bye.